Imagine having 11 siblings plus your parents living in a one-bedroom cabin in the middle of the Smoky Mountains. Dolly Parton came from very humble beginnings, but still moved on to become a megastar. Dolly Parton is a national treasure. Not only is she a Grammy Award winning artist, she's beautiful, hilarious, and a humanitarian. Dolly is humble, kind. Her essence shows in the work that she does and beyond. I grew up listening to Dolly and watching her movies. I actually became a little infatuated with her. I've done tons of research. I've even been to Dolly World. I know, kind of creepy. Why I'm really drawn to her is because she wants to give back to her community. So I also give back to my community because I started some hunger relief programs and a senior meal program. I understand the give back essence. Dolly Parton has really been making the world a better place for half a decade. First, we're going to discuss Dolly's childhood. Second, we're going to talk about Dollywood, the theme park. And thirdly, we're going to talk about Imagination Library, her book program. Dolly Parton, as I said before, had humble beginnings. She was born in 1946. They didn't have very much money at all. As a matter of fact, her dad paid for her birth with a sack of cornmeal. She described herself as being dirt poor, but she was proud of her upbringing, and she actually sang about it in two of her songs. One, Coat of Many Colors, and the second, In the Good Old Days When Times Were Bad. Her father was illiterate, but he worked as a tobacco farmer. He did construction, and he also did odd jobs. Hey, he had to do whatever he could with 11 kids, right? Her mother stayed home with them. They didn't have electricity, so the mom had to keep them busy. So she told them stories, traditional folklore, sang to them. That's how Dolly found her love for music. Her mom sang, and they even had a homemade guitar. Dolly got her first real guitar when she was 8 years old. She was a natural. By the time she was 10, she was featured on a radio station. And by the time she was 13, she was already signed to a small record label and recording records. From there, it was history. After learning about Dolly's humble beginnings, next we're going to move on to visiting Dollywood. Dollywood is known as the friendliest theme park in the world. Dollywood includes all these awesome trees around it. It's in the middle of the Smoky Mountains. It's actually on 160 acres. There are rides to suit everyone. There's 50 rides. So from little kids to elderly, there's a ride for you. Another cool thing about Dollywood that I enjoyed was you can ride an old coal-powered train from the 1800s. Super cool. It wouldn't be Dollywood without musical performances. You can catch a musical performance daily. You could also walk through Dolly's footsteps because she has an exact replica of the one-room cabin she grew up in. The Dollywood Foundation wanted to do stuff for kids in the community. So Dolly Parton herself went to the 15 schools in her community and promised every 7th and 8th grader, if they graduate, she would give them $500. The effort was called the Buddy Program. It reduced the dropout rate from 35% to 6%. Dolly also gives $15,000 scholarships per year to a student from a high school. Dollywood isn't just an awesome theme park. It also helps to pay for the next thing we're going to talk about, Imagination Library. Dolly's willingness to serve her community through her foundation impacted many lives. Imagination Library gives free books to children. In 1995, the Dolly Parton Foundation implemented Imagination Library in her hometown. Her dad was a very smart man, but he couldn't read or write. That bothered him. It was embarrassing, and Dolly hated to see her dad like that. Imagination Library today mails out 2 million brand new books per month to children all over the globe. My daughter is one of the lucky recipients. Dolly Parton has created a legacy that will outlive her life. She worked hard to make this world a better place. We talked about her humble beginnings, Dollywood, and then Imagination Library. Throughout her career, Dolly stayed true to her roots. This megastar stayed humble, loving nature, and wanted to make this world a better place, one book at a time. Thank you.